Hi, I'm Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times on Wednesday, July the 8th. News headlines from Arkansas. Today was a deadline for parties in the case challenging the state's same-sex marriage ban in federal court to file either a motion or a letter with the 8th Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals saying how they'd like to have the case ended now that the U.S. Supreme Court has made it clear that same-sex marriage bans are illegal. We've got another small legal dispute brewing. The state wants the lower court case in which federal judge Christine Baker ruled the law unconstitutional dismissed as moot and her judgment vacated. The plaintiffs in the case, who won at the federal district court level, want that decision upheld, to be said to be affirmed and to be put into law. There's some differences between the Supreme Court ruling and the district court ruling. I think the plaintiffs would like to have a win. I think they deserve a win. Whether this would have any effect on whether they could claim legal fees if the decision is dismissed rather than affirmed, I'm not sure yet. I've got questions out on that. Speaking of legal fees, the 8th Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals yesterday ordered an additional $28,000 payment to attorneys in the lawsuit that challenged the state's unconstitutional 12-week abortion ban. That puts expenses in that case up to almost $100,000, and the state is still appealing a case that it cannot win, so more money will have to be paid in that too. This was an interesting news release today from the University of Arkansas. Colleges across the state have long had some manner of online education available, but the UA announced today that its Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences, its biggest academic unit, is now going to begin this fall offering online degree programs, bachelor's degree and master's degree in a number of areas, fully online. You can get a college degree, 2 college degrees in your pajamas, in other words. If you want to play football or play in the band, you're going to have to probably dress out and go somewhere to do that, I think. The Big Rock Interchange opened in West Little Rock today. That's the massive intersection of I-430 and I-630. Everybody will cheer the end of that 6-year project. We've reported previously that the Christian legislators' idea of putting a 10 Commandments monument on the state capitol grounds had drawn already requests from Satanists and Hindus for monuments of their own on the capitol grounds. Well, add PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. They want to put a big banner on the Capitol promoting vegetables. Why not? And then let's bring Tyson down with one of its chickens too, just for equal time. The Little Rock City Board of Directors last night was going to consider a popular ordinance to ban on-street solicitation of funds. Didn't have enough people at the meeting to have a vote last night. They're going to consider it next week. There is some support from the Muscular Dystrophy Association, which uses firefighters to collect money in intersections. But if you let some people do it, you have to let other people do it. It's a traffic hazard. I don't know if they can work this out to all satisfaction or not. Court lawsuit was filed today in Circuit Court in Pulaski County. Steele Stevens, the former bond salesman who paid cash to Martha Schaffner in return for state bond business, has failed to pay a $20,000 fine that was assessed against him that arose from an investigation of his dealings with Martha Schaffner. He made more than $2.5 million in commissions just from his business with Schaffner alone. You'd think he might have $20,000 around somewhere to finish that up. There was a fatal shooting this morning in the 1200 block of South Jackson Street. An older man was found dead in his house. It had been ransacked. We don't yet know more about what caused that crime to happen. And finally, for the second time in something like 10 days, a police agency in Arkansas, this time in Siloam Springs, says they've arrested a person on charges related to having sex with animals. What can I say? Arkansas. I'm Max Brantley. I'll be back tomorrow.